Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eo in this Labyrinth of Touhou. Last video was a long one, due to doing the version 2 boss rush, and also due to the fact a lot of frame rate issues came in about halfway through it. But I managed to at least show the last fight, the last battle. I had to skip over, I believe, the Orin fight and the Yukari fight. I think I was able to show everything else pretty much fully, so it wasn't too big of a deal. So it was a pretty rough fight. The good news is we got another one of those great questions masks, which I went ahead and just gave to Yomu, so now she has 2 of them. She's probably like, she's one of my fastest characters now. She's my 3rd fastest. But also, all those boss fights leveled us up 9 times. So and gave us a lot of skill points to work with. I went ahead and got everyone's defenses, for the most part, at least their primary defenses, to level 80. And then I started working on boosting people's speed to 60. So, yeah. So, we've pretty much done almost all the side things we have to do, except for one last thing. We have 5 stars. We went ahead and got the 2nd question mark mask, which is not required. You do not have to get the 2nd question mark mask, or questions mask, sorry. It's not required at all. I only did it mainly because, 1, it gave me a lot of experience and skill points, and 2, because it's a good item to have at this point in the game. So, I went ahead and took the portals. If you recall, there's this little nook here, and there's a bunch of these little portals here. So let's go ahead and 2 stars to proceed. What's this? Powerful barriers here. This is a barrier I erected to keep Mari in check, so it's still functioning. Oh, so in other words, if we remove this barrier, something interesting might happen, huh? Let's try it out. Well, if you want, I don't know what'll happen, though. There you go. Such bloodthirsty main characters you 2 are. So there you go. Switch hit. Oh, that last portal required 2 stars to proceed, this one requires 3 stars to proceed. What's this? Powerful barrier, body in check, and other wires. Let's try it out. Don't know what happened though. There you go. Oh. Someone else talks though. So, let's see. And once again, we're subject to your selfish whims. Well, we're bored anyway. So the dialogue changed except for the... Oh, and this is the music. Well, you've heard this music before. I forgot to change the music. That's alright. I don't really like this music. That's alright. Frog. 4 stars to proceed. Let's step through. What's this? Barrier, blah blah blah. Let's do it. I don't know what happened. There you go. Well, if Lady Yukari says it's fine, then it's fine. So Rain doesn't really care. Alice didn't really care either. Barrier. That one required 5 stars. Sorry if I clicked a little too quickly. Kind of eager to get this over with so I can actually move on with the rest of the game. Now, I wonder what changed. So there you go, we have hit all the switches. Nothing else has changed on the map, but when we go and fight Mari, something new will happen. So, let's go ahead and do that. First things first. Order journey, save. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Hopefully I'm strong enough to fight this boss. I'm now floating at, level 212. I honestly have no idea what the level requirement is for this boss, since there's no information on the English wiki about this particular, for the version 2 boss. There's information on the original, but not the version 2. So let's do this. This is all the same dialogue. Alright. Version 2. Obviously she's going to be stronger, just like all the other version 2 bosses, but this one's a little different. Like my frame rate going to shit. But that's alright. We want... Sorry, I'm a little confused on who I want to use first. Same rules still apply. I believe status effects still work just fine on her. Okay, poison worked. Berserk. Pretty good damage. Actually, that was actually rather amazing damage. Alright, we want to go ahead and get Yomu up and running. Of course, Yomu's way too fast now, so she gets an attack off before I can buff her. I'm just hoping that I can survive all this damage. That first attack was pretty powerful. Okay. Alright. You're good. Berserk again. Still doing awesome, really good damage. I'm gonna have to start healing pretty soon. I do have a nice buffer of HP for all my characters, so I'm hoping I'm strong enough to do this right. As you probably noticed, we haven't even hit the next phase yet. We're still trying to pump damage into her. So this boss is no slouch at all. Alright, let's go ahead and get Rumia up. Rumia can also help with the healing, since I will run out of SP if I keep just constantly swapping Rainbow back in. How's everyone looking? There we go, that's pretty good healing with a buff up. Alright, know something different? There's this thing called Strong Winged something. I can't, sorry, the text runs off the screen. But instead of those little demon things, we have an angel wings. So first things first, we need to get you in. Pretty much it's still the same. This angel wing has, it's all about physical attacks. Oh, well that didn't work. This might be a little annoying. Well, at least I can make it poisoned. And paralyzed. Good. And speed down. Even better. Silenced. I'm gonna have to remove that. It's resistant to spirit. Okay, that's not too surprising. So it does have different stats. Good to know. Swaku. Also, I need to start reapplying buffs. Into a Strange World. Okay, now we have the other wing. This is Fallen Alumni. So there you go. We have two of them up. Thundercloud Stickleback, please. Please work. No. Alright, you can. Okay. Swapping in for Reimu. Healer you. Some rain. Not too bad. As always, we can't kill any of them until the last one appears. Okay, phew. Okay, we're not ready for the last phase yet. Bring in. Focused. Let's stickle back. You're at 100%. You're good. Demarcation. This will remove all the debuffs. Heal on up. Whoa, that nearly killed her. I won't make it in time. See if that's enough. Ouch. I have to swap you out anyway. Oh, 87's health. Okay. Okay, this is the final one. Yeah, it's a giant head, sword on. Alright. Now, the thing about this guy is he cannot be hurt until he does a certain move. So, yeah. And he's able to do Gin Storm and some other stuff. Alright. That's everyone's defenses. Really bad. But I do want to test a theory. If I can. Oh, yeah, we can't hurt the boss either. Alright, I'm gonna test a theory. I can hurt her. Piercing attacks do work. Ow. Oh shit. No, please. No. Gonna kill her. Okay, I lived, but I killed Kamachi. Alright. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Instant death on Iku. Are you serious? That's mean. Alright. Exercise in border. Swap you out. Can't do anything until they die. Barrage. At least I know I can hit them with piercing attacks. Paralyzed, thank you. Berserk. That hurt a lot. That nearly killed everyone. Ray movement. There goes Alright, this ain't good. Rankain, this is what needs to happen. Alright, now everything can be hurt. For better or for worse. Alright. You in. You in. Great Hakure Barrier. Boy Barrage. Okay, it's dead. God Slash. At least that's over, but we're not out of the woods yet. These attacks hurt a lot. These things are so freaking resistant to everything, it's really annoying. I can't see. It looks like he's about to have a turn, so... I like how even though the character's dead, it still shows the percentages. Oh well, that's kind of weird. Didn't notice that before. Alright, I need to swap you out for someone, so probably you. Colorful Rain. Their flare. Wow. Well, that sucks. A lot. Alright. Kill that caster. Thank you. Not much we can do right now. Ouch. That hurts a lot. Oops, wrong spell. Oh well. That was death, thankfully. But that's gonna kill it. Oh, I'm still alive somehow. Secret dolls. Rain. Demarcation. Great Hawkeye Barrier. Get this buffs up. Instant death to room, yeah. Okay, that's fine. This is risky, but I might as well do it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This ain't gonna be good. Oh my gosh, he stacked it. Everyone's at full health. Okay, I took it. Alright, her buffs are fading a little bit. That's not good. That's worse. I literally can't take actions. Yeah, this is probably going to be a bad one. Oh my god. I did it! I have 3 guys left. I have Yugi, Alice, and Kaguya. Everyone else is dead. Oh my god. Oh, so glad that worked out. I really didn't want to grind anymore. Alright, nothing much for a reward, especially for the fight at this level. But, there you go. As you saw, there were 3 different images instead of the demon things. Also, the other main part is that middle one. Once that final one, just like in the previous version, you can't kill anything until all 3 appear. But when the 3rd one appears in version 2, Maribel and Mari, and the last one that gets summoned, become immune to damage. Almost. But apparently piercing attacks work, which definitely helped out. We were able to do extra damage to both Maribel and the 3rd one with Kaguya's piercing attacks. And I think that's the only reason we won, because we actually did extra damage to Maribel. Because, yeah, that sucked. And that caster hurts a lot. So, yeah. This is all the same stuff. We're just gonna go ahead and scroll all the way through it. Yep, it's all the same. Alright. And just place the credits again, just like any other just like the previous boss fight. So we're just gonna scroll through this real quick. I'm so glad that worked out. Okay. Let's see if it worked. Yep, it worked. So this is the, well, it does 2 things. If we go to Akiu's house, enhanced boss is cleared. This means we've beaten all the enhanced boss is cleared. It just means we beat the version 2 final boss. I'm gonna save because I don't want to do that again. And we got 2 new characters. So let's go to Aya and swap her out. Yeah. Do this, then unequip non-party commit characters. Alright, and then just for the other slot, we'll get, well, let's go ahead and get Alice. There we go. As mentioned, I guess she kind of hinted that she wanted to see everyone again. Rinku and Mari are now members of the group. You can actually use them. They have their own stats and fun stuff like that. I'll go ahead and level them up. You have to get, the only way to get these 2 characters is to beat version 2 of Maribel, or Mari, however you pronounce it. Maribel, maybe? Anyway, once we, but the only way to fight the version 2 is you have to get all 5 stars, and then unlock the switch to the seals, and then fight, and then you're able to fight her. Once you beat her, these 2 will appear in the library. There's no dialogue, nothing else. I honestly don't know much about lore-wise about these 2 characters, so I can't really tell you much in that aspect, but I can tell you about their gameplay mechanics, and this might take a while. For Rinku, I always go mind, which I'll explain why later, once we're done with all this leveling up and stuff. But Rinku is a really good character, but not in probably the way you expect. Her stats aren't fantastic. In fact, they're probably maybe average or below average. There we go. And Mari is a mage, so we'll be going with magic for her. So many level ups. There's probably a faster way to do this, but I don't know the buttons for this. Press 2 keys at once, though. There you go, that speeds it up a little bit. Alright. Okay, that's done. Alright. Now let's pull these 2 characters up. we'll start with Rinko, because I am actually familiar with Rinko. Rinko I use to beat the game. She's rather interesting. She has 3 attacks in her... Oh, okay, first of all, her stats are pretty horrible. She has okay paralyze resistance, and just average affinities, like literally 100 means you're taking about 100 damage, 100% of the elemental damage. So she has no weak points, no strong points as far as elements are concerned. Stat-wise, she's below average on pretty much all fields, but she has 3 attacks. Galaxy Stop, which does very low damage, but I guess the funny part about Debilitate and Galaxy Stop is it does... Well, actually, I think it's just Galaxy Stop. But Galaxy Stop actually pierces 100% defenses, I believe. But her stats are so horrible and the damage ratios are so bad for Galaxy Stop, there's no reason to ever make her into some sort of attacker or caster. But Galaxy Stop is a really good spell. It's a multi-target non-elemental spell. Reduces... It says it reduces the party's active gauge by half, but that's not true. But what it does do is it does a 100% speed buff to all enemies, which means 100% speed buff means if they have a 50% buff on speed, it's going to remove that and give it 50%. I mean, it still caps at 50% debuffs, so don't worry about that. It just means it overlaps standard buffs. So yeah, it debuffs speed, and also has the strongest paralyze in the game. So with this move, you can actually really, if you successfully paralyze a boss with this move, you got yourself some breathing time. Charge I'll go back to, and Debilitate is her other attack. It says it's multi-target. I didn't remember I thought it was single target. Well, in any case, it greatly decreases enemies' attack, defense, and magic in mind. It's kind of like Galaxy Stop with no paralyze and no speed, and instead of speed, it does attack, defense, and magic and mind by 100%. So there you go. These 2 attacks pretty much make her one of the best debuffers in the game. Charge is kind of a unique spell. It's different. What it does is it increases everyone's everyone's attack, defense, and magic in mind by a lot. Like it's like a 75% buff to the entire party. But it reduces everyone's active gauge by half, and it damages all out. It also damages, it actually causes damage to your party. So this is why you don't want to buffer magic, because if you do, you're going to hurt your party more. But if you can, it's kind of hard to set it up because of the active gouge, but if you can get this thing working, you can definitely get yourself a really good start in boss fights and stuff like that. But I usually mainly used her for Galaxy Stop and Debilitate, because even if it's a low chance that your debuffs will go off, if they do go off, it's a 50%. It'll automatically be at minus 50%, which is pretty good. And but I won't be using her because I've already beaten the game with her. But I'm just pointing her out that she's a rather different character. She's not someone that does damage. In fact, if you try to make her use damage, you're probably going to fail miserably. Or you have her ridiculously over-leveled, or you're using a cheat engine. But she's a support character. She's a support debuff character, and that's pretty much her role. Now for Mari's more of a... She's very similar to Ryzen. Her stats are actually kind of average, but she has ways to fix this. Alright, so you probably noticed that some of her moves kind of sound similar to, sound similar to Yukari's moves, as well as probably some moves that Yukari actually did in her boss fight. But we'll go ahead and go through the list. Chaotic Quadruple Barrier is a single target spirit element. It also debuffs attack, defense, magic, and mind, very similar to Discarder from Ryzen. I don't know how much it does. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with Mari. Destroying Quadruple Barrier is a multi-target spirit spell, has high multipliers, and also debuffs small stats. Liberated Abilities, multi-target Mystic Element spell. It's a composite spell that releases Mystic energies, blah blah blah. So it's just a Mystic spell that's composite. I'm not sure how strong it is. I didn't even realize. I remember she had one composite spell, but I don't know if it's really worth using because I kind of built her as a mage. Hyperdimension Flying Object is a rogue target wind spell. It's that thing that really shredded our party. You've also seen Yukari use it before. But has very high mag influence, but it's a row attack. And other than that, there's nothing to really note about that. And then Overflowing Unnatural Power. That was the self buff that she used towards the end of that fight. She also knows it. She also does it in the version 1 fight. It's a self-target support spell. It's very similar to Ryson's support spell, except it has a huge delay compared to the Ryson's buff, but it increases all the stats by like 75%. So it's a really good self buff. So there you go. That is Mari, and I intend on using her. I'm gonna replace Aya with Mari and see how she does. We kind of needed another spellcaster simply because we only had technically we only had Kaguya and Rumia really as our spellcasters. Suwaku is a spellcaster as well, but she's half and half. So I wanted another full-fledged caster, and really I haven't really been using Aya as much. She is fantastic though. Aya I didn't buff at all since like forever ago, and she's still doing like high amounts of damage, and she helps out. So there you go. We will be using Mari, so no worries there. So let's go ahead and go to the Scarlet Mansion. We're gonna go ahead and swap you back out for Alice, and there you go. We have finished. We have finished all the side quests. Saving again, and so if we go to 420. The boss fight is still here. It's still version 2, if I ever feel like fighting version 2 again. But really, she's not worth fighting. You can get the same amount of experience and skill points by just fighting a bunch of these guys, the random encounters on this floor. But here, we can start going. We can actually start exploring this place. Just pointing this out, you need 3 stars to proceed. So you go here, and bam. And now you're here. You also know there's portals here. You need the Fern Sigil destroyed. You need the Ululia Sigil destroyed. And I'll stay with this formation. I just kind of want to reveal this stuff. The Tira Sigil must be destroyed. And the Hyacinth Sigil must be destroyed. So as you see, there's some sigils already right off the bat that we can't get, that are blocking access to places we need to go to. So when we come back, we will finally start continuing on with the game with a new party member. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That was definitely a very intense boss fight. I was very worried that I wasn't going to be able to pull it off. And we won with 3 people left, literally 3 people. We had 3 people out of 12 left. We even have a full row, and we managed to beat Mari version 2. So that's perfect. Due to the fact I did all that leveling to prepare and stuff, we're more than ready to start going through floor 21, I believe, and hopefully that won't be too bad. Other than that, I think around probably 210. Probably around 210, you're probably ready to fight Mari. Really kind of depends on your party setup, to be honest. You're probably a little bit safer if you did like 240, but I really needed this, I really wanted to get Mari into our party before we continue on to floor 21, which is why I've been doing all these side quests first. Then, it's really good rewards and got a bunch of good items. So, I'm going to go ahead and call this video, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle some stuff. I might do some more grinding just to get Mari some skill points, because I do need to get her all caught up, because she starts out level 1 with everything. But other than that, I'm the Depressed Eater, and this is Labyrinth of Touhou. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.